Hey, so first off, I'm wearing my favorite Christmas shirt. My brother Bobby C gave me this great shirt that says regifter. Love it. It's funny, I don't consider myself a famous regifter. I'm more of a famous IOUer. Love to give the IOUs to the family, but almost always pay up on them. But that's always been a big joke. My father opening, I'll still package it up and he'll say, oh, let me guess, it's an IOU. But famously, my brother every year gives me clothes, buys from Kohl's. They're always at least a size big, more so would fit him. At the point I've said, hey, let's just stop giving each other gifts, but somehow we still do it. I got to text him right now, as a matter of fact, because I'm not planning to get him a gift. But anyway, one year he gave me a fleece that was way oversized. So the next year, I just wrapped it up, gave it back to him, and he loved it. So anyway, I want to talk today about a concept that I innovated called play the share forward. There's a famous one called play the tape forward in sober communities. That's about, if you're on the verge of drinking, to play the tape forward and think about, all the repercussions, your hangover the next day, even what you might do negatively that night, burning up your life even more, etc. Ideally, and that'll stop you from drinking. For me, when you're in the moment, if you don't do that until you've basically already let the voice make that decision for you, it's kind of too late. So that never really worked for me. But this play the share forward, first you need to be sharing, although that can even be with just a friend or family. For me, it's within my sober community. But, when I was really struggling in my pizza shop, at the start of every week, I'd say, all right, that's it. This is the week. I'm not drinking this week. And so we'd be closed Monday, Tuesday. So Wednesdays would be really hard. So I'd get on a call and I'd say, hey, I'm going to work tonight sober. And then I'm going to share about it tomorrow. And sure enough, so I'd go in, and that would really help motivate me. I had a liquor store 50 yards away, the voice talking to me the whole time, drink. But I would say, oh, I am going to make it through this, and I'm going to share the F out of this. It was great, especially on nights. And I think on Wednesdays at the time, there was a men's meeting at 8:30, which is when we closed. So it was great. I could immediately share. But also I'd still share the hell out of it the next day as well. So I was reminded of that today because I woke up kind of on the wrong side of the bed, which I do not do often, but I've had a bit of a headache lately, getting over a cold, and not really looking forward to something I'm supposed to do this afternoon. So I get up, and my sober community happened to have a dance party. Doesn't happen that often, but yeah, people literally just danced on Zoom. And I said, I'm not ready for this. So, I jumped in the shower, which I always recommend, changes your nervous system. And then the cold shower finish always changes my attitude, even when I'm in the worst mood, which isn't often, but it happens. And this definitely also helped me overcome cravings as well. There's times I say, there's no way this is going to overcome my mood. And sure enough, it works every single time. Now, for me, I don't just do the 30-second finish. I then dance around for about 2 minutes. And I have a video on that subject. But always, I come out of it in the best mood. Even during it, I forget. By the time that 30 seconds is up, I'm already in a better mood. And then when I'm done dancing, I'm in a way better mood. So I did that this morning, bounded out of the shower. Fortunately, was getting towards the end of that dance party. But, and what I was going to say is while I was in the shower, I said, am I going to dance? Am I going to dance? And I said, you know what? You are. You're going to dance on camera, which I don't tend to do. Only used to dance sober. And then I'm going to share about it. And it was even in my mind to take a little bit, even just like a quarter of a Klonopin. I have Klonopin, mild sedative. It technically is a benzo, which can be addictive, but for me, it is not. And it more hits your GABA system, which just relaxes you. It's a neuronal, I love this, it reduces neuronal anxiety. I'm not even sure I say that right. More so than it hits your dopamine system. So, but I'm also careful because if I start using that anytime I want to do a hard thing sober, it's going to become a crutch and possibly an addiction just like alcohol. So I jumped out of there. The other crutch I have is coffee. So I had my water ready. I did still grab my coffee, took one sip, but then I got on there and I danced it out, and within, I was totally fine. I've now got my sober confidence anyway, not worried about anyone just looking at me and judging me. Everyone's more worried about themselves. There were so many people on camera at that point. Who knows who could even see me anyway? But I should have been dancing like that anyway. The old dance like, no one's watching you. I forgot about that till I said it right now. So it was great. It put me in the greatest mood. And I said, I'm going to get on a call and share the hell out of that. And now I'm sharing it with you. I'll finish with a concept about, the voice. The voice is that of the neural pathways we built up from the days that alcohol worked for us. And it doesn't take no for an answer. It can't be convinced alcohol isn't the answer to everything. And the way to beat that is to do hard things sober, build, bury that pathway. Unfortunately, for those with a disorder, it never goes away. But you can bury it by building new pathways on top of that. I said that voice is with us for life, but every day that we don't drink, it gets weaker, we get stronger. And what you need to do is create a new voice in town. And that is showing it that you can do hard things sober and successfully. And then no, alcohol is not the answer to everything. So that's what I did. Showed I had fun. I didn't need it, and I didn't screw my future self. Even with the Klonopin, even a little bit makes my face red and eventually catches up with me and makes me tired and want to take a nap, which I don't have time to do today. So I had a great time, greatest mood, and my only regret was I wasn't dancing for the full hour, and I definitely will be next time. All right, that'll do it. Please, as always, like, share, subscribe, and remember, stronger, sober. Thanks.